So I started then creating one here. I'm going to jump into first. It's called this District AI Guidance and Policy. And I can change the name of it right here at the top just by clicking into that field and typing in whatever name that I want to give to it. And then the next thing that you're probably going to do once you get in here is this area on the left-hand side. This is where you're going to add your different types of sources. So if I had a source, a new source that I wanted to add, I just go and I click this plus button. Then it says, what type of source are you going to add? I can upload a PDF. I can upload an audio file directly from my desktop of my computer if I wanted to, simply by dragging and dropping or choosing the file menu and go through and select it. And then it will add it to my list of sources that you see there behind it. It also, because it's a Google product, it is fully integrated with your Google Docs and Slides. So when I open up one of these, it'll take me kind of to my Google Drive and ask me which one do I want to add. I can add links directly to websites. I can put links to YouTube videos in there as well. Or if none of those are available for you, but I have a bunch of text that I've copied, I can just go into this one and I can choose copy text, and then I can paste whatever it is that I have in there. And then all of those sources are entered into this different area on the side. And if I click on any one of these particular sources, it's going to open up kind of like a card that gives me a summary of just that particular source. So you could see in a quick synopsis, what that particular source is about. I can choose on a different one, and it might give me a little bit more detail underneath here of that entire source, but then also summarizes it for me here in the top part, so I can save my time when I'm skimming through and I'm trying to think, oh yeah, I'm looking for this one particular source, but which one in my list is it? Having that summary would definitely help you to be able to use that, I think, even more effectively. Now, what can you do with these sources once you have them? And I'm going to go back here to this particular slide that I have here. One of the things, in addition to kind of giving you the guidance about the sources that you have, you can also use it to interact with the chat bot and to start finding ways to draw out some of the content from within that source that you'll want to focus on. Like, for example, here I have in this one just one source, and really that's all you need to get started using it. And so for this one source that I have here, which is actually a document with some running meeting notes for a group that I run of tech integrationists that are part of our cooperative. And it's a meeting agenda, and it has some other links and things in there. But let's say I want to find out from this document, I want you to pull out info related to AI from our meetings. And so basically it scans this whole document here, and it's pulling out the instances from within that document where AI was being discussed within there. And so you can see it talks about a presentation called Today's AI in Education. And then you'll notice after some of these, there's a little link here. And that is, it's linking back to a particular part from the document, like it's citing its source. Where is it pulling that content from? And if I had several sources here, it would link back to any of those different sources that I have related to it. Now, if this is something that I want to be able to save and come back to and utilize again in some manner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Saved to Note. And it's going to create this particular note here for me and put it in there with a collection of other notes that maybe I want to add to it. So like maybe I want to say, find information about ISTE. Okay, which we went to an ISTE conference, and I have some stuff that summarized that too. And so you can see it pulls out that information, and I can save that to a separate note. Now, with these notes, just like I did with the sources on the side, it can pull it out for me. I can even go through and I can edit that particular note, and it's going to change the name on that particular card. Okay, so that's kind of nice. Maybe I want to do something additional, like offer me some suggestions about what items should be on our next month's agenda. And I'll type in suggest some items for our November meeting. And, of course, after it takes a little bit of time to think about it, it's going to come back and it's going to give me some ideas here to bring up and talk about. So again, kind of a nice, neat feature here to be able to interact with even just this one source that I have. And so I can do the same thing, like answer these questions, suggest questions, answer questions. It helps me to organize a lot of that content back on that particular page.